Hello, and thank you for joining me again. I'm Diana Spencer. I'm the Tulsa Community College George Kaiser Family Foundation Endowed Chair of Research, and I have just a very short set of slides here that will lead us into the next piece of the certificate. I want to look with you at what employers say about the high impact practice of undergrad research. Just as some background so that you see how important these exact objectives are to the employers, and then also just some nuts and bolts about getting a poster completed. So two very different topics but related. The American Association of Community Colleges asked the Hart Research Group to investigate liberal education and the future of work. And so what the Hart Research Group did, their method was to do online surveys, and they looked at 501 business executives responded, and 500 hiring managers responded, and they were all screened to have at least 25 employees that 25% or more of their new hires hold either an associate's degree or a baccalaureate degree. And they were looking at what are the employer's priorities for recent graduates' preparedness for work. And I'm just going to cut to the mustard here, but in the set of paperwork that you'll get, it will direct you to the link on this study. But if you look at this, everything that is listed here is what my goals are for undergrad research within my classroom, and this is what the high executives want. Of course, that the students can communicate orally, but they can also analyze data. They can make decisions based upon that data. They can work in teams, but they can also work independently. They're able to communicate in writing, and they're also able to present orally. There's just so much packed in these slides that I will want you to return to these. Able to solve problems with people of different backgrounds. Again, the teamwork that's involved. Able to solve complex problems. Organize and evaluate using many sources. So a lot of what we do is using different sources so that the students can come to a conclusion of how to ask the proper question or how to answer that question. So again, looking at that continuum, there are a range of definitions for undergraduate research, and only you can make that definition within your classroom. How do we define undergraduate research? And I'm very aware that some might fit my definition of undergraduate research as open inquiry or project-based learning, and that's fine with me. What will you require in your classroom? Will you want one mentor, one mentee? Will you require a publication? Will the information need to be novel to the discipline? And all of these, in my classroom, I say those are not necessary to get the student moving along, understanding how to ask questions about the unknown. Again, we're trying to build the student skills and get them ready for the workforce. So, poster possibilities. You're going to be looking at, was the research embedded in your course? Or did the student complete an apprenticeship, a summer project, an internship? And we're going to be looking at different posters. I'm just going to use posters from my classroom, but there are definitely some similarities of each poster that make it easy for me semester after semester. How do I get the students to complete that poster? How do we get it done within the time that we have in the 16-week semester? And really the project that we do is usually about a 3-week study within that 16-week. How do I assess what's going on individually and group work? and why do we feel so strongly about the students presenting? I can answer this one right here. I've just seen the confidence grow in students across the room when they're presenting their work and they're talking to a colleague, a peer, or maybe another professor, and they really know what they're talking about. I've seen them study and prep and get ready for those presentations, and the learning goes very deep. So several things that we're going to do in looking at embedded techniques. I often provide written questions based upon web sources. I provide my own written questions based upon journal articles. So I pick many of the introductory journal articles that the students are going to study. I try to find something that's represented within the region. I want them to be able to walk outside or down the hall and be able to see something that directly is connected to the research in the classroom. And within the paperwork, I will work with you on how we prepare an abstract, how I assign that, how I assess that, and then how we come up with a final poster. So the activities will include my poster examples and my easiest way of defining for a student the parts of an abstract, how to fill in a template for a poster, and then I'll provide you with a poster template. So we've got some activities here. I just think that we'll have a lot of fun with this, and it'll make it easier perhaps to build a poster if you have not done that. And think in the back of your mind always what the employers were saying that they wanted, what objectives they wanted fulfilled, and you'll see great similarities with your own objectives. Again, thank you for your time.